qualified women.
RNC Deputy Communications Director Cassie Smedile joining me now live to weigh in. Cassie, thanks so much for being here. Your reaction to Klobuchar's statement?
Well, I think Amy Klobuchar knew that her past as a DA, where she was considered to be somebody who kind of let these bad cops go, that was going to be hard to reconcile with the conversation that we're having in our country right now. But I have to say, for voters, I think as a voter, you want to know that Joe Biden's VP candidate is the best person for the job, and that the Democrat Party continues to put all of these parameters on it to make sure that he's, quote, checking some boxes, is a little bit troublesome to me as a voter to know, is that really the best person for the job, or is that just the person that checked off the most boxes?
Here's what Joe Biden's saying about this. He tweeted, Amy, from the moment you announced you were running for president in a snowstorm, it wasn't hard to see. You had the grit and determination to do anything you set your mind to. You know how to get things done. With your help, we're going to beat Donald Trump. That said, Cassie, if Biden does pick an African-American woman, does he more or less lock up the African-American vote?
Well, I think you have to talk about your record of results. And certainly Joe Biden has a problematic record of results, especially right now with the African-American community. When you look at the 94 crime bill, when you look at a lot of his problematic comments that he has said over his 40-plus year career in politics that have been quite insensitive to any number of communities across America. And then you look at President Trump and what he's done with criminal justice reform and the First Step Act, community zones, or opportunity zones, rather, record funding for HBCUs. And then now you look at his executive order this week. It's this big first step that so many before him, including the Obama-Biden administration, were not willing to take. And so regardless of who is Joe Biden's VP pick, the voters are going to look at who's actually fighting for me, who's actually delivering results for me. And again, it can't just be the look of things. It's got to be the action to go with it. And only President Trump has shown a record of results that speaks for all Americans.
I want to get your thoughts on this quickly. Biden launching his first real TV ad blitz of this 2020 general election season. He's spending over $15 million targeting key battleground states won by the president back in 2016. You say Trump's in-person rallies, though, matter more than Biden's advertising blitz. Why?
Absolutely. You've got to have an in-person connection with the voters. You can't just hide in your basement. You've got Joe Biden. Nobody seems to be pressuring him to come out of the basement. His handlers don't want him to come out of the basement. This is like a sequel to Weekend at Bernie's. This is Weekend at Biden's. They're hoping they can just manufacture this look of a candidate without him actually having to get out and connect with voters. Meantime, President Trump, the minute he announces that he's getting back out on the rally circuit, he's got more than 1 million people requesting to show up. And not only that, these are new people coming into our party and into our movement, and they're saying, when are you coming to my city? There's so much enthusiasm for President Trump because of the results that he's delivered for our country, and you just can't manufacture that with a couple of advertisements from Joe Biden's basement.
Yeah, obviously, we have this poll that just came out, this Fox News poll showing Biden up 12 percentage points on Donald Trump. You recall that was the same gap that was present in 2016 when Hillary Clinton had the same lead over President Trump. It's going to be so interesting to see how this all plays out over the course of the next 5 months. And Cassie will be there to guide us through it all. Cassie Smedile, thank you so much for your time this morning. We appreciate it. Jillian, over to you.
Thank you.